When it comes to AI, you see two types of people. The ones who are terrified it's gonna steal their jobs, and those who are quietly leveraging it to get past all their competition at a fraction of the cost. If you're still running your Amazon business manually, you're stuck in 2012. I've built my business around 3 AI tools. They give me such an unfair advantage on Amazon. It almost feels illegal. They handle things like product research, automated pricing, and pulling in competitor data 24/7. These tools do the entire work of a team while I sleep. That saves me 20 plus hours of work, and it costs less than having a part-time assistant. Today, I'm gonna show you my exact use case for these 3 tools and how they helped me scale my business to 90K profit months. The first tool that changed everything for me was Helium 10's AI Repricer. If you're still manually updating your prices to compete with your competitors, you are literally giving away money to your competitors. Manual repricing is probably the worst thing you could do because Amazon's prices are always changing, even while you're sleeping. The market moves every few hours and sometimes minutes if it's a competitive listing. While you're in your computer trying to update the prices, you could be spending that time on more important things that focus more on growth, while you let the AI robot literally do it better than you possibly could because it's looking at all the items at the same time. The buy box, which is what's going to determine your success and sales on Amazon, is basically Amazon's algorithm that rewards your listing and makes you get the most sales on that listing. So in order for you to win the buy box the most, the AI repricer matches the current price that has the buy box. So if it's selling for $40, that's the buy box, your item will automatically be updated to that price, allowing you to win the buy box at a higher percentage. This tool alone increased my profit margins by 15%. I know that number may seem small, but it's huge in the grand scheme of things. Honestly, the tool will start paying for itself as well as you start selling, because most of these tools cost either $100 a month or $80 a month. With an item that's making you $20 profit per sale, that's just 3 to 5 sales in a month. So you'll be way over that amount. Another key feature about this tool that I like is basically you can set a profit floor. What a profit floor means is that, hey, I don't want to make less than $5 profit on this item. So the AI repricer automatically looks at everything and says, hey, anything under this is not going to fly. So basically it saves you from losing money on some of your items, and so you're meeting your minimum quotas. But here's the catch though. Your repricing strategy is only as good as your data pipeline. These high-level strategies and rules that we set in order to make more profit on our listings is some things that we go over with our clients to ensure they're not leaving any money on the table and they're working smart and not hard. Tool number 2 is the engine behind all my competitor intelligence, N8N. All data scraping means is automated research. So basically, instead of myself looking for all these competitors' listings or trends in their store, N8N handles it for me and reports it back to me in a Google Sheet or wherever I please. You can literally set up N8N to track competitor stock levels, pricing history, and review counts. And you can have it send you a notification to your phone via Slack or whatever notification you would like. And it'll basically alert you when there's an opportunity. I honestly always dreamt of something like this because I would just back in the day put them on a spreadsheet and then forget about looking back at the listings. But when you have a notification reminder going off, it's very helpful. You could also track which brands are trending automatically as well. So essentially everything we used to do manually, this tool is basically doing it automatically without you clicking anything. That's the beauty of it. I spotted one of my competitors had inventory issues, and just because of that, I doubled down, ordered more product, and we did about 50K in sales, and that was about $24,000 in profit. So almost a 50% return due to the opportunity being there that I saw that gap. You are literally buying back your time because manual competition research, honestly, you get lost in it because it is a lot of data and you always forget to check back on it. So instead of spending those 10 hours doing that, N8N solves that by doing it all automated. And the crazy part is they do it in 10 minutes. So there's a bunch of different automations you could do with N8N, but the ones that we use are really just stock level changes, competitor opportunities, and seasonal alerts. So for example, if it's spring or summer, I know that a pool or a patio item is going to sell well due to the climate changing. Now, I know this stuff could be a little bit techie, so in our program, we go over how to use N8N in a simple manner so that you can implement it for yourself. Now you have dynamic pricing and real-time intel. All you need now is listings that actually get sales. That's where the third tool comes in. Tool number 3 is ChatGPT. Most sellers treat it like a typewriter or super Google, but I prefer to use it like a conversion lab. that prints profit. So I just typed in here brands that are more niche than Clorox, Coca-Cola, and are healthy and performing on Amazon. So I went pretty broad, but then you're gonna see how I go deeper and deeper, okay? So here I got a pretty good selection of brands. They all do pretty well on Amazon. ChatGPT is gonna make it a lot longer than it should be. So now I'm gonna say short answer. Which one of these has a ticket price of $30 to $60, okay? You can honestly do 25. So there we go, right? This is basically gonna allow you to see what better choices of items you could sell, because typically if you're within this ticket price, you'll make a good amount of margin, right? If you're selling volume. So let's see. Here we go. None of those brands are there. So give me some other ones that meet those qualifications. Don't limit it to category type either. All right, so this is just a live breakdown, me going through it. All right, here we go. Now I get a better amount of brands. We get some air purifiers that do good, blenders, all these things. So these are all brands we can reach out to. But the next thing I want to know is basically keep a product finder strategy that could show me untapped lookalikes. Okay, so ChatGPT really is a reflection of your thought process on product research. So y'all are basically downloading what we use in order to find good products, and ChatGPT is going to enhance it and make it more tangible if you ask it to. So as we can see here, it literally just gave us the inputs to put inside our Keep a Product Finder to find better items. So now we have minimum 1 to 30,000 sales ranks. So these are all going to be fast movers for sure, because we do about 150,000, 100,000 sometimes. So they're getting in straight to that. Maximum amount of sellers, I like that, 5. Rating count also decent here, 5. Minimum 50 to 500. That shows, you know, it's saturated, but it has some validation. That's what it's saying right here. I agree with that. So all of this is good, and you can see it's excluding some of the bigger brands so that you find brands that nobody maybe knows or talks about but are still really selling well on Amazon. So this is truly one of the most game-changing things that we do. Basically, ChatGPT is going to enhance things. And another super simple thing, way simpler than this, is let's say you have a spreadsheet that you're doing that you get from a supplier, and let's say some of the wording's off. You can literally upload the spreadsheet into ChatGPT, prompt it to clean up certain items of it, and now you can scan it with a different tool that scans on your items. That used to take us literally hours of manual, you know, labor, but this robot doesn't sleep or eat. It gets to work, right? So use it smart, because that's what you want to do. Work smarter and harder. Now, honestly, we have hundreds of those and even more advanced than those that I showed you. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, and we go deeper into that inside with our partnership clients on how to leverage AI truly to have ChatGPT literally be your #1 product finder. Another thing that we do with ChatGPT is we literally feed it like a picture of a competitor's item, and we'll just say, hey, find 50 lookalikes. And now you have endless product ideas and brands you could reach out to. Guys, the old way of doing this was going on Google and manually searching all these brands. But now you literally have one of the most powerful tools ever known to humankind, I'm gonna be honest. AI is crazy, and you could use it to just make your work so much more efficient. I don't hear many people talking about it in this space because a lot of the stuff that's outdated still does work, but you could combine both of them. Use the old-fashioned tactics with the new school tactics, and that's how you truly get ahead. One thing you could do is have it give you email scripts and phone scripts, so when you're speaking to suppliers, you understand, you know, how to speak to them and how to land these wholesale accounts and brand deals. A cool thing about this is you could record your call on a voice memo, upload it to Otter AI, and it's going to give you a transcript, and then you could have ChatGPT grade your call like an executive at a top $100 million Amazon company. You could tell it to pretend to be that person, and it's going to grade your call, give you feedback on how you could improve your call, and actually land some of these brands and suppliers. This is a game changer because we never had a sort of feedback loop we could do back in the day when we were calling all these brands and wholesalers. We were just winging it and maybe not iterating our script as much as we could have, and we started implementing this, and we started closing 30% more accounts just from this. So try it. It's literally Otter AI. You download the transcript and you have ChatGPT read through it like it is your personal assistant. Now, this is honestly scratching the surface, but I'm telling you, don't sleep on AI. Look, while you've been watching this video, my AI tools have been working probably way harder than you ever can. Helium 10 just repriced my products. N8N flagged hundreds of competitor stockouts, and my ChatGPT research converted another 30,000 in sales. This isn't some future prediction. It's happening right now, every single minute. And successful sellers, they're not working any harder than you. They're working smarter, with AI doing all the heavy lifting while they focus on scaling. The game has changed, and you can either level up with tools that actually matter or watch from the sidelines as everyone uses it to dominate the market. The choice is yours. See you next week.